let's talk about, first of all, exploratory data analysis. So exploratory data analysis can be applied to any data set, and it is generally applied to understand how
Sorry to
does the
interrupt you,
data look
ma'am.
like.
Ma'am, can you please make it on slideshow mode? Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes, yes, sure, sure. Thanks. Yeah. So it helps to understand that um, what visualizations can be made through the data set, and where are the outliers, what is the distribution of each of the variables of the data, and so on. Okay. So now I will show you on the website of several data sets, like what data sets are there. So one is the one that I use most often is indiadataportal.com. So in indiadataportal.com, it is by ISP, Indian School of Business, and it gives a lot of ready data sets and arranged data sets got that they have got from various government sites and classified into these categories. Okay, so like nutrition is there, rural development is there, government schemes, health, food and agriculture, all these kinds of data sets are available. Then you have data.gov.in. So here also you can type in and search data sets, let's say on production of millets, maybe this can be your, if this is your research topic, you can find it here. Then see, we got some results here, and if we click further on it, we will be guided. Okay, then there is another one called NDAP by Niti Aayog, NDAP data set. It is maintained by Niti Aayog. Yes, so it also has a vast collection of data sets. So you can choose maybe food and public distribution could be of your interest, or health and family welfare. Let's try clicking on one of these. So we find your state statistics here, then Handbook of Statistics on Indian States, Comprehensive National Nutrition Survey also. Okay, so all these kind of surveys that government conducts, you can find on this website. Okay, now going back to ISP India Data Portal. Okay, here if you go to, let's try clicking on health and see what's there. So we get portion tracker, health management information system, National Family Health Survey also. So, National Family Health Survey (NFHS), it first gives you a description of what it is about. Okay, then this is the data set. You click on it, and it is such a huge file, and it is not like, I would personally not recommend. Like if you don't have that much of memory to download the whole data set, you can just choose the year by filtering from here which data set you want actually, for your exploratory data analysis, and then which state you want to choose, you can choose from here, so on and so forth. And then you can, um, I just unselected all, and then you can click on the next thing that is showing. Yeah. So I filtered this data, and I can now export the filtered data set. Okay, so export filtered data set. In this, the exported filtered data set is saved in a Excel or CSV file. Okay, so CSV file, this is the data set that is there. Okay, so it's very easy to explore such data sets and download it by using this thing, export filter data set. Okay, now we come to the main part of our this session. So like FAO stat, I'll first of all go to FAO stat. What is FAO stat? So it is the data set which is provided by FAO. I click on explore data and I go to production. I click on crops and livestock products, and I am a researcher who is interested in millet related research. Like how much is the production of millets in the world? Okay, did it increase? Has it remained same or such kind of aspects? Let's say I want to research those aspects. So I want all the world data. So initially it was on countries. I go on regions and I click on world list. Okay. Then what do I want? Let's say I want both all these things, area, yield, and production quantity. And here I can just type millet. I select this and let's say when it comes to years, I select all the years. Okay. I save it in XLS file and now I can download the data. So it is prompting me to use, to give a file name. So FAO stat data. I'll just make it very simple and I save it. So it has got saved now. So now what I will do is I'll go to my Google Drive and I'll make a new folder. So anybody who doesn't know how to make a new folder on Google Drive, click on plus new and make a new folder. Okay, so I have made this folder and I will upload this file. So I click on new, I click on file upload and I'll upload it here. So it is being uploaded. Done. Okay. Now I will click on more and here I will click on Google Collaboratory. What is Google Collaboratory? It is a platform where you can give prompts to the AI, and with AI with these prompts AI will generate codes and do your analysis. Okay, so this is a hands-on session, so that is why we are focusing more on how to do analysis using AI in an ethical and responsible way. So I can give a new name to this Google Collaboratory file, right? So I'll write it at collab underscore data or collab underscore, let's say, analysis or something. Okay. So now I will connect files. I click on file. It is taking some time to connect. Yes. So this step is very important because unless you know where the data is it saved in the same folder or not? Then otherwise it will be very difficult for you to, upload the file. So I just clicked on this connect to Google Drive button. So now it is connecting to my Google Drive. It's taking some time. I can just refresh it. Yes, now it has started showing. So I click on this button here. I click on my drive. Yes. So now it is showing me all the folders that I have in my uh, drive. And this is the folder I am looking for. So I click on this down arrow here. Yes. Okay, so I know that this is my data file. So I do not click on the data file. Instead, I click on the three dots here and I choose copy path. Okay, uh, so I have copied the path. Now I will give it a prompt by writing in the Gemini area that Gemini, this text box, that read the file, this one. So it is working on it and it has given me the codes. Okay, the first step is to read the file always, right? So I click on accept and run, then connect to Google Drive, click on continue, click on continue again. Okay, so now it is showing me all the values and all. Okay, it is working on it. Yes. And now I can use other prompts also. I have made a list of long prompts. So what I want to do with this, basically, I want it to tell me or show me what are the top 20 or 10 countries that are producing millets. Okay. Then I want this AI to calculate its growth rate and Kadidala Valley Index, right? I want it to calculate its growth rate using log linear model and Kadidala Valley Index using the production values of the time series data of the top 20 millet producing countries. Okay. Then I want it to make a matrix with growth rate on the y-axis and instability on the x-axis so that we can see which country lies where on this matrix. Like, is it a high growth and low instability, or a high growth and high instability context? In which quadrant of the matrix do all the countries lie? So these are in short my prompts. Now I will just select this one, okay? Because the first step is we have done already, okay? So now I will put the prompts here. Okay, so maybe it was not copied well, so let me just copy it. Yeah. Okay, so all the prompts that I had copied are pasted now. So let's have a look first. Show the top 20 millet producing countries in the table for the year 2024. Okay, so I'll just give it some numbers or the bullets, two dot and then three dot. Okay, then I click, yeah, I input this. It has started working on it, on these prompts. So let me tell you one very important thing while giving prompts. It is very essential to specify, yes, it is very essential to specify for which variable you want it. You want for which variable AI to calculate CAGR and CDVI or whatever you want to calculate. So specify the variable, specify how many you want. Because if you do this accurate prompting, then only it is going to give you accurate results. Right? It's like garbage in and garbage out. Okay. So like whatever you put in into this, it will output that only. Okay, I'll just quickly show you one manual in which it they talk about, you know, uh, how should a prompt look like? So, so for example, people can write make a chart showing data with some colors. This is a language that you can avoid. Instead, use precise terms like create a scatter plot showing the relationship between advertising spend and sales growth, include a trend line. Okay, or you can somebody can write make a graph about sales, but then you should also use like for uh, like what is there on x-axis, what is there on y-axis, so that it gives a clear picture. Okay, or somebody can write make create a heat map of sales by region, highlight regions exceeding target values in blue. Okay, so these are the two steps that can be given to for it to make uh, a graph. Okay. Okay, so now I'll click on accept and run, because now it is showing me what it is doing. Okay, it does not contain data for the year 2024. So for the latest year available in the data set, it will choose the top 20 millet producing country, and then it will, so it has already read. Okay, so now it has done something that I have identified the latest year in the data set as 2024. I also created a bar chart. Okay, so now what you need to do is that you should go to your essentially to this data set and even check that whether 2024 is there or not. Okay, if 2024 is not there in the year data set, then it should not, then the AI shouldn't make it appear like 2024. Okay, so as I can see in this data set, there can be some values with 2024 data rows, but it's not like it is there uniformly. So it is there. See, 2024 is there, but it is not there for all countries. Maybe the data set has not been updated yet. But still, I wanted to use 2024 values. So such things we need to check manually for responsible use of and ethical use of AI in research. Okay. And the last one that I gave the prompt that I gave was save this matrix as whatever the name is uh, in the folder from which I have read the file. Okay, so it has given me the list of top 20 millet producing countries: India, Niger, China, Mali, Nigeria, and so on. It is showing. Then it is showing me a visualization. Okay, we'll interpret this later. Right, so this is what it has shown me so far. And let me just click on this. Okay, let me download it for a while. Save. And it is opening. Yeah. So, okay. So it has just given me that where does each of the uh, countries lie on this matrix. So, for example, for Nepal, its compound annual growth rate could be, I can see, for the period 1961 to 2024, it can be between around 0 less than 0.03 and between and above 0.02% per annum. And CDVI is very stable. Okay, so we can say that the growth rate is low, but it is very stable. And in China, the growth rate is even low, and there is some instability. It is negative. Okay, maybe the crops are replaced or something. We can probe into this. So this is the basic data visualization that I have done so far for this. And also I can try to add one more thing here. I can give it a prompt. See, now I want it to make some graph in which it shows year on the x-axis and production values on the y-axis. Okay, so let me give it step by step. Okay, for the data of country India, because I want it for India only, make a line chart, right? We are not concerned about bar chart, we are talking about line chart. Make a line chart with year on the x-axis and let's say production on the y-axis. Let's say what it does. Okay. Then second is I want it to generate a heat map. Okay. So I'll write make a heat map. I forgot to mention save the um, graph in the folder. Okay. This is the common folder I'm talking about. Make a heat map for India for the yield of millets in India. In India and China, maybe over the years. Okay. Okay, maybe I can specify it later. So let's see what it does. So it's telling me I will generate a line chart showing India's millet production over time and save it. After that, I will create a heat map to compare millet yield between India and China and save that as well. I click on accept and run. So it works like if you know what do you have to do with this data, you can just ask it to do the same. Or you can generate ideas also, like you can upload a data set and ask it to show what analysis it can do and the objective thereof using this data set, right? So it will share both the type of analysis that it can do using that data set as well as the objective of the analysis. Okay. And if you wanted to write a paper or something, that also you can do, but then you need to manually check it also and strengthen it with literature review and all. Okay, so it's saying that it has already done this. Okay, so now I will click on this close button and I'll scroll down. So it has given me a line chart for India's millet production. Why it is showing like this very fluctuating trend? Because the values that it has chosen, right? So the values it has chosen in the zero point 0.7, zero point 0.8, it is not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the unit for the y-axis is too small. That is also one of the reasons why the trend is showing like this. Okay. And I can also modify the uh, unit length of the y-axis. I can say that start from maybe 0, the next spot should be 1, and the next spot should be 2 and 3 and so on, right? And then it has made this heat map for China and India, okay, for various years. So sometimes it was high, sometimes it was low. And here is the color legend that is showing me. Um, 3000 is the highest, so high production, right? So that is what it has been doing. Okay. Now, yeah. So it has we can also check whether it has saved it somewhere or not. So like it had written, it has saved here. I can also find it in my folder. It has saved all the analysis here. Okay. Now I can also ask it to ask it what other analysis you can do using this data. Okay. So it's working on it. Uh, it can do detailed time series analysis if you are interested in decomposing time series for specific countries to identify trends of the data set, then comparative analysis of other crops or items. Like if millets are also available and other kind of crops are also available, then it can compare. The relationship between area, yield, and production can also be done. Regional analysis, correlation analysis, right? So all these things are easy to be done and they can do it. We can do it using Collab, right? So this was all about Google Colab. And if you're interested in literature review, then I can tell you about doing literature review through AI is that there is a feature called Scopus AI on scopus.com where you can use this feature for literature review, but access may be required for it. So now we will look at Gemini Gems. Okay. So what is Gemini Gems? I'll just tell you. I'll show you here. So I can just simply write on the search box Gemini Gems. Okay. So gems are like micro app in in that you can make in Google. Okay. So you click on these three lines. Then you go to gems. You clicked on gems, right? And it has started me showing what all apps other people have built. Okay. And I will show you how we can build our own app for research also using this. Okay. Whatever is the thing, we can build our own app. So let's look at a sample app. So this is an app that takes an image of food items like leftovers in fridge as input, identifies the ingredients, and then generates multiple recipe suggestions using those ingredients. For each suggested recipe, the app should also generate a photorealistic image of the final dish. Okay, so what are its steps? The user will provide ingredients. You can generate recipe, then this AI will generate recipes and it will give the output. Okay, so I can also start it. So I need to upload a picture first or type in the contents. Okay, so I can give some things like tomato, spinach, and maybe what else can I write? Maybe onion, cut onions, or maybe chopped onions. Okay, milk, sugar, So it has started thinking and it is going to analyze the objective. In the meanwhile, I'll show you what is the app that I have generated for research. Okay, so I have made it public health expert. Okay, so I gave AI this profile that you are a public health expert. You have the following skill sets, and I specified what skill sets are there. It is very easy to build. So for this, I need to go to new chat. I'll tell you the steps how I built it. So I'll ask it are the what are the skill sets of an of a public health expert. Okay. So it has given me what all are the skill sets: epidemiology, biostatistics, health policy and economics, all this and community engagement also, all this uh, a public health expert should know. Okay. So now I'll copy this and I will go to gems. I'll click on new gem, edit these steps. I'll write that you are a public. I'm giving it a role. I'm basically giving this AI a role. You are a public health expert with the following skill sets. And I'll paste what all skills it has. Right. Next, I will write who am I? So I am a funding agency looking for research project proposals on public health. Your job is to create project research project proposals for me. Okay, this is what the role I have given. And I press enter. So it has started creating my app. So it is taking some time to create it. In the meanwhile, I'll show you a report that I generated by giving it a role of public health expert, and I asked him to write about the malnutrition and obesity. So it has given, and its job was to write a report. So this is the report that it has generated in an HTML format. So sometimes, for research purpose, we need to create dashboards and HTML documents also to show to our funding agencies. In that case, we can use this feature of making dashboards and report in the form of HTML files. So these are the key highlights of the report, and then this gives me a starting point also, right? And I can modify it by adding my inputs and asking it again to iterate and create something again using my inputs. So executive summary, global and regional trends, the drivers, the impact, strategic planning and policy, modern communication strategies, whole of community redesign, leadership implications. So this is what the HTML format dashboard report it has created. Okay. So in the meanwhile, like I told you, like I just showed you, it has generated this mini app using an original prompt that I had given just and yeah. So let's start working on it. enter the specific public health research topic. Okay, so I can write obesity and malnutrition. Okay, so it is working on it now. Okay, so this is the priorities. Okay, so I can go back to target population and I can write. Okay, but I don't need to write funding agencies priorities because it is optional. But still, I can write in Indian context. I want it, or I can give more specific prompts. This is the option. So I leave it because we are just testing it and then generate research proposal content. So it is thinking and it will show the research proposal content in the meanwhile. Okay, so it has suggested me on thing. So it is going ahead with the thing that I had suggested. Or if you know funding agency has given you certain priorities, you can also put it there. You can also make this Gemini Gem take the role of a very good counseling psychologist or career and educational psychologist also to guide you in your career, to push you up, right? So all these roles, other roles also it can take, right? So and when you make this give Gemini,
तो अभी 2-4 मिनट और रहने देते हैं, चलने देते हैं।
hello,
ठीक
hello, could you please, hello, yeah. So
ठीक है, मैं 2-4 मिनट बाद बोल दूंगी। मैम अपना ऑडियो अनम्यूट करिए, म्यूट कर लीजिए, मेरी मैम की आवाज।
yeah. So, uh, so it is thinking right now, and this is the way that you can create. Yeah, so I was telling you what role can it take. So if somebody, some people they refer to AI as their counseling psychologist, they can also use Gemini Gem to take its role, and then Gemini Gem will take examples from psychology, the theories and all, and it will give you the such kind of results. Okay, so it has prepared one research proposal. I can view methodology also. It is saying mixed methods methodology, quantitative phase, anthropometry, dietary intake, qualitative phase, right, monitoring and evaluation, expected health, public health impact, objectives. Okay, so all this is there. Okay, so this is what I had wanted to share so far regarding use of AI in research. And I hope this was useful, and I hope that we all will use specific prompts from now so that we don't get errors in our analysis. Okay, and use of Gemini Gem is also very interesting. Gemini Gem can be used for other things also, like it can also play the role of a dietitian, but you really need to put very good pinpoint specific points there, that what are the aspects you are considering and all that. You should really be able to, as an expert, you will definitely be able to guide the AI on that, and it will make this mini app. Okay, so I hope this session was useful. Thank you so much.